I honestly think these Democrats will never learn. They're still trying to spin and twist and manipulate whatever they can to make Trump look bad. While they're over here trying to figure out how to tie their shoes, Trump's been playing chess the whole time. I feel like he even gets bored and factors in time for the left to get all riled up, talking about gotcha, gotcha, only for him to flip the script on them, leave them with their jaws on the floor, staring at each other in disbelief, not knowing what to do. Examples? You bet. Welcome to the doghouse. Let's get to it. Alright, so let's take this one thing at a time. Trump has mentioned several times about either taking back the Panama Canal or at the very least stopping China from controlling it, which is, in his words, unacceptable. That was my biggest and really only criticism during the inauguration speech. It's like, how is he going to stop a sovereign nation from working with another nation? Next, Trump asked Canada and Mexico to help secure their borders due to illegals crossing mainly with fentanyl and killing American citizens. He threatened tariffs if they didn't comply and said, quote, "I've been given a mandate by the American citizens and I intend to deliver." Keep these numbers in mind, they're very important. February 1st, Trump announces tariffs 25% on Mexico and Canada that would go into effect February 4th. With me so far? 1-4, citing that they didn't do anything to curb the flow of illegals. He also outlined escalation measures if they try to retaliate, which they did. Mexico and Canada both announced retaliatory tariffs of their own. Wow, that's hard to say.
Canada responding with 25% tariffs of its own, hitting more than $170 billion worth of American goods.
They will raise costs for you, including food at the grocery stores and gas at the pump.
Mexico has quickly retaliated too. President Sheinbaum blasting the US decision, announcing counter-tariffs to defend her country's interests.
So here's where the leftist media takes the bait. Here's where they think Daddy DJT tied a noose around his own neck and they intend to yank. Now I'm paraphrasing, of course. Oh my God, Trump is a monster. He's going to bury America in a trade war we can't win. You, the American consumer, will not be able to afford to live. What will we do? Oh, the humanity. February 3rd, at Justin Trudeau says, just had a good call with President Trump. Canada is implementing our $1.3 billion border plan, reinforcing our border with new choppers, technology and personnel, enhanced coordination with American partners, increased resources to stop the flow of fentanyl. Nearly 10,000 personnel are and will be working to protect the border. In addition, they are appointing a fentanyl czar, listing cartels as terrorists, ensuring 24/7 eyes on the border, launching a Canada-U.S. Joint Strike Force, and signing an intelligence directive on crime and fentanyl and backing it with $200 million. Also February 3rd, last-minute breakthrough came after a phone call between Trump and President Claudia Sheinbaum in which the Mexican leader agreed to send 10,000 members of the National Guard to the U.S.-Mexican border to prevent the trafficking of drugs, in particular fentanyl, from Mexico to the U.S. President Sheinbaum said that the U.S. had in turn agreed to increase measures to prevent the trafficking of high-powered U.S. weapons into Mexico. That sounds reasonable. So crisis averted. The American citizens will in fact not be staring down the barrel of a trade war and will be handsomely rewarded with 2 shiny new secure borders. I personally get rewarded with the immense pleasure of showing you this. So there you go. The country is in fact not going to burn. Enjoy your secure borders, sleep in peace, or in agony. I don't really care because liberal. If you like what I do, please leave a like. They really help. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. One last thing before I go. Remember I mentioned Panama? Also on February 3rd.
Panama's President Jose Raul Mulino announced on Sunday that he would end a key development deal with China following a meeting with U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio amid concerns raised by President Donald Trump.